Today, we're going to be rebuilding the Titans, the team with the #1 overall pick in the draft, a team that hasn't really been good whatsoever in a long time, since the days of Ryan Tannehill and Derrick Henry. Starting quarterback Will Levis has been more of a meme during the season than an actual good starting quarterback, so obviously we're going to draft Cam Ward at #1 overall. You still have Tony Pollard and Ty J. Spears, which has been okay. I'm really surprised they did nothing at wide receiver. Traylon Burks looked okay in his rookie year, but just injuries have really devastated his career thus far. Calvin Ridley's a little bit older. They signed Dan Moore for whatever reason to a giant contract that we put in here. He got $82 million over 4 years. What he did for Pittsburgh? A decent run blocker, and you get that big of a contract. You got Peter Skoronski and J.C. Latham did sign Kevin Zeitler, who's a little bit older. Chigo Okonkwo has been a little bit disappointing. Is a very athletic tight end, but hasn't really amounted to much in the NFL thus far. But if we do go over to defense, I do love their defensive line, Devondre Sweat and Jeffrey Simmons, who got X Factor in simulation, I guess. Pretty sure that's what happened, right? Yeah, you got X Factor in sim. Nice. But yeah, D-line, really great. Gonna have to obviously draft another defensive end. Still got L'Jarius Sneed, Roger McCreary, Monty Hooker, Xavier Woods, Cody Barton got superstar in simulation. Tackles leader, of course he did. But really, I think the Titans draft starts in their second round because they're obviously probably going to take Cam Ward at #1. But do you go receiver? Do you go something on defense? Do you even go maybe a tight end? Whatever the case may be. But we'll keep this intro relatively short. Again, go ahead, drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Let me know who you would want to be rebuilt next. But let's head into the draft. Obviously, draft Cam Ward #1 overall. And then see who's on the board at our first pick in the second round. Okay, in the draft, again, #1 overall. This is obviously going to be Cam Ward. If the Titans don't draft Cam Ward in real life, I'm unsure who they're going to take. But yeah, #1 overall, 22 in true value. Got him at #1. Hidden development, 92 throw power. But let's go and move on to the second round. Again, we're not going to trade up. The Titans don't even have a third round pick. Oh, I didn't get him the 33rd pick. Okay, beautiful. Love that for me. Anyways, we're at 53. So it is what it is. We'll take it as we see lie. Do you like Alec Aminor? That's definitely an option we can take here. Jaden Higgins is on the board from Iowa State. That's interesting. I might take Jaden Higgins. I do love him. He's a big body playmaker with electric speed. Let's go on the defensive line. Jared Ivey doesn't, well, he might fit the scheme, but David Walker from Central Arkansas looks really good. Again, it doesn't really, he is a scheme fit on here. Elijah Roberts, but I think we're going to go with Jaden Higgins. I don't think I've drafted him yet in a rebuild. But yeah, he is going to be athletic. Again, at 6'4", is 22, 4'3", elite jumping, good change of direction. We'll take him here. A weapon for Cam. Again, hidden development. We'll take it. Now we're with the second pick in the fourth round. Again, we do have 2 separate fourth round picks. No way Aminor is going to be on the board this late. Could take Mason Taylor, but I think we're going to rock out with Okonkwo for the time being. Let's see, is there anybody on the defensive line? Tyler Barron, Fiddle Diggs, no. How about safety? Mel Dotson, Jalen Reed's not a bad option. Malachi Moore's here as well. About strong safety. Billy Bauman. Probably going to take Billy Bauman here. Either that or Jonas Sanker's got really good ratings as a run supporter, day 3. What is his physicals here? Good speed, great strength. Jonas Sanker, A hit power, A tackle, B block shitting, could take over Monty Hooker in the future. We'll take him here in the fourth round. He's got 115 in true value, 98 hidden development. Love that. Let's go to our second fourth round pick. Let's see who else we can maybe take. Is there another receiver that you think about taking here? Obviously, again, Aminor is not going to be on the board this long. Could go linebacker. Schwessinger's on the board, so is Smail Mondon. I've taken Schwessinger before, so I might go Mondon or maybe even Demetrius Knight out of South Carolina. Let's see here. But Schwessinger just looks really good. So does Mondon, A-man, A-zone as well. What is your physicals? Elite speed, 4.38. We're going to take Mondon Jr. here in the fourth round, fourth round pick. 170, get him at 109, hidden development. But we'll go to the draft recap, because other than this, the Titans really don't have much other picks in this draft. So we'll go recap it all and see where we can play these guys. So here we are in the draft again. Cam Ward coming out of 75 overall, Higgins 73, and then Jonas Sanker at a 70, Mon at 69. Probably going to start all 4 of these guys as they have hidden development. Higgins going to be our slot guy because in Madden, that's how you really get your targets is in the slot. So hopefully one of these 2 guys can win Offensive Rookie of the Year. and maybe get either superstar or even X Factor development based on what they have. Sanker's going to start a strong safety over Hooker again, try to win him Defensive Rookie of the Year, maybe even throw him in at sub linebacker, or we might keep Mondin at sub since he does have 91 speed. But from here, again, we're going to go just lineup. Our overall is only at an 81. So this team probably is another like 3-14, ceiling probably 5-12. Yeah, 81 overall, 81 offense, 81 defense. I'm going to go make these adjustments with Higgins to play him in the slot and Mondin for sub linebacker, but I'll see you at the midseason. So at the midseason mark, again, we are 2-5. I'm not exactly surprised by that. You look at the Titans roster, they have so many holes in terms of who they are trying to sign. And we're last in almost every category. Last in rushing yards a game. Worst defense in the league. It is what it is. This is just another tank season. Got a couple players to try to resign Roger McCreary, Monty Hooker, Chig Okonkwo, Draymond Jones, and Traylon Burks. I'll probably bring back Roger McCreary. He is somewhat interested. Give him a 4-year, $30 million deal. Can't commit right now. Want a little bit more money. Monty Hooker, we'll probably let him go because he's not even starting right now. Chig Okonkwo will try to bring back 3-year, 24. He takes it. That's probably what he will get in real life, quite honestly. But everybody else at this point, I'm fine with let walk. Now let's take a look and see what Cam Ward is doing at the moment. Probably not too hot, if you ask me. Yeah, 9 touchdowns, 9 picks, not doing great whatsoever. Not getting any help on the ground from Tyjae Spears. But at least Jaden Higgins is doing well. 467-4. How's our O-line doing? Yeah, Dan Moore is doing awful. Same thing with Latham. Again, can't do much about it. But I'll see you at the midseason mark. Not midseason. We're at the midseason. The end of the season, probably a 5-12 win team if I had to guess. My gosh, I can't even speak right now. But we will see y'all then. I'm going to set my focus position for offensive tackle because we're probably going to need that more than anything because Dan Moore is absolutely garbage. You pay him in $82 million and he's probably going to get benched after year 1. Really don't know what the Titans were thinking about that. But yeah, see you at the end of the season for our 5-12 team, and we'll go from there. At the end of year 1, we actually did better than what I thought. We're 7-10. There's a couple wins more than what I thought we would get. Cam Ward definitely stepped up in the back half of the season. He was 9-9, so he had 20 touchdowns, 11 picks, and 2,200 yards just about. Got sacked 40 times. Good night on that one. On the ground, again, Tyjae Spears, not much, but 15 rushing touchdowns. All right, young man, love to see that. Jaden Higgins, 12 yards, 12 touchdowns. I hope this is enough for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Probably is like a number 2 if I had to guess. Chig Okonkwo, 650-5 actually wasn't bad. Traylon Burks, 920-5. Kevin Ridley, 840-5. How many sacks we give up? Well, for Madden, not bad from Latham and Moore. Cushenberry was god-awful. So was Skoronski. At least Kevin Zeitler was pretty good. Only 2 sacks given up. Defense, Jonas Sanker led us in tackles, 106. So he must win Defensive Rookie of the Year. 24 TFLs for Jeffrey Simmons, 13 from Sweat, 10 from Sam Williams, and 11.5 from Jeff Simmons. What a season from him. 3 picks from Sank. Oh, yeah, he's got to win Defensive Rookie of the Year with these numbers. 106, 7, and 3 with 1.5 sacks. 3 picks from Brownlee, 3 from Snead, and 3 from Woods. We got a lot of picks, surprisingly enough, from this defense. Where do we even rank in terms of defensive yards? Once it eventually loads, 32nd. Surprising. MVP, of course, goes to Lamar Jackson. AFC Offensive Player of the Year. Again, no surprise. Lamar is there as well. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Oh, wow. That's one step ahead of myself. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Myles Garrett. There's Jeff Simmons at 5. Now, Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Jaden Higgins. That's going to really help us out. It might jump up to superstar development. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Jonas Sanker. So we do get both awards. Love that. Let's take a look at what those developments were. The only person that probably has superstar is Cam Ward, which he does. Higgins with star, which will probably go up. Now, defense, Sanker also probably has star. Why did Barton not play? I put him at the linebacker number 2. It is what it is. Anywho, let's move on to the offseason. That way we can see if our guys went up. If I had to bet, Higgins went up to superstar, Sanker went up to superstar, and I don't think I have downgrades on in terms of development traits. So we'll see. Let's take a look, see who won the Super Bowl. The Ravens won over the 49ers. Yeah, now let's go back in, take a look and see who upgraded / downgraded. Yeah, Higgins goes to superstar. We love that. Zeitler retired. That's great. So now we need a guard. On defense, does Sanker go up? He does go up. So does Woods to superstar development. All right, love to see that. So we do get some good development upgrades. We just now need to attack a pass rusher and a guard either in free agency or the draft. In the offseason, we still have to negotiate with Roger McCreary. We can bump him up to 32. He takes it. Love that. Had a pretty good year last year. We'll pick up the 5th year for Peter Skoronski. We'll let Amani Hooker go. And really everybody else. Sam Williams, how did you do for us last year? Now that I think about it. 10 TFLs, 5 sacks. Not bad. So I'll actually bring back Sam Williams. You know, as a 3-4 defensive end, can't really ask for much. Does take it 2 years, 22. But everybody else we will let walk. Head on to free agency. Year 1 free agents typically aren't that good. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's not. Go take a look here. And yeah, it's really not that good whatsoever. We do have DJ Reader here, but we already have a stud defensive tackle. Quiddy Pay is a scheme fit, but I just brought somebody back. Jalen Coker's interesting since we did lose Traylon Burks. I haven't really got Jalen Coker yet in a rebuild, so we'll definitely try to get him. 3 years, $30 million. Whereas only offer right now, that might be what I do. We do need another guard. Brandon Scherf wouldn't be a bad option. He just wants 1 year, $5 million. We'll offer him. So I'm pretty sure that might be all we need other than a pass rusher. Maybe Boy Mafe, but Boy Mafe just signed a contract, did he not? All right, well, that's going to be the only 2 that I do here, Coker and Scherf. Do we get both of them? We do. So that's going to help us out on offense substantially. But yeah, now we're just going to go to the draft and really try to target pass rush. I wonder where we're going to pick at. If I had to bet, let's see. There's 4 teams. Oh, there's a bunch of 7 and 10 teams. So we're probably going to be picking around like 10, 11 if I had to bet. In the draft, we're actually picking at 12. Let's go ahead and send straight to our pick. There wasn't really anybody that I was crazily interested in trading up for. There is a left tackle round 1 and 2. 2 of them really. 3 of them are round 1 to 2 talents. There's a couple corners. Arthur Jackson here. Let's go take a look at him. And Cam Grant. Amen for Arthur Jackson. Same thing for Tyron Nolan. But he does have A catching, A hit power, B block shooting. He can honestly even play safety for us. He's not a top 5 talent, but he's definitely up there. What was the pass rush I went after? So this guy's around 1 to 2. Okay, that's solid. But the other pass rusher got taken. That's unfortunate. A defensive end, there really isn't anybody here that is somewhat good. I mean, Lamar Leno was a round 1 talent. A block shot, A tackle, B hit power. Oh, wait a minute. Lamar Leno. Take a look here. Elite strength, poor speed, but good change of direction. He could eventually be the Jeffrey Simmons replacement in this scheme, or he can shift over to defensive tackle. Let me take a look at Leno. He's ranked 24. The corner is ranked 21, but we can also take Tyron Nolan later. That might be a possibility here. Let's look at Arthur Jackson and his physicals. Oh, he looks really good. I got to take Arthur Jackson here. I'm sorry. Elite change of direction. Number 8 got him at 12 and hidden development. I had to go. When I see elite change of direction, that's when you know a corner is going to be good. You might be saying, well, you just signed Roger McCreary again. I did, yes. Which is, you know, is what it is. Of course, the defensive end is going to be gone. Is there any speed rusher, defensive tackles maybe that could play in? Got a couple A finesse move guys. B play rec. No good blocks. And this guy got B block shed. A to C impact. Alex Dillon could be a possibility that we shift out to N. Great speed. Alex Dillon's a possibility. We also need a replacement for Cushenberry, who lit up 9 sacks at center. So Mike Lewis is possible here with all these A's on the board. Let's take a look at him. 6'4" pass protector. Elite change of direction. Really good all the way across the board. So do we go for best player for BPA here? Or do we just go for a guy that's going to start immediately? DeAndre Minter only has A play rec. Let's see. Alex Dillon. There's an A play rec, A finesse move, B block shit for Teddy Taylor. Hold on, Teddy. Teddy actually looks better than Alex Dillon. Yeah, we might take Teddy Taylor instead. Let me look at his physicals. Oh, elite speed, great change of direction. He's probably going to be a little bit lower since he is a defensive tackle. But we're going to kick him outside the end. 53 inch value, get him at 44. Great. Normal development. Should have seen that coming. Defensive tackles always have been treacherous for having normal development. It is what it is on that front. There's another day 3 receiver that might look good. If Eric Cook, A short, terrible route running elsewhere, so that's unfortunate. I thought he was going to be good with a slot with A catching and B catching traffic. The only thing he can make up for is his physicals, and he has poor strength and decent speed, so no. Could go another tight end to try to develop. Bryce Klein looks somewhat decent, A medium, B to D pass block, but only C run blocking. We can always go back to center, go back to the well here. Logan Stewart, no, doesn't have good run block. We'll find somebody. Again, this is always where I struggle finding anybody to try to take here that's going to be somewhat decent. But I'll let you know who I eventually find. Again, because I always like to make or want to make the right pick. You can always go for an outside linebacker that could be halfway decent, like D'Angelo Johnston, A to C tackle, A hit power, or Ramon Stanley. If Stanley has decent physicals, that's what I was looking for. Got great strength, marginal jumping. But we'll come back and I'll let you know who I end up taking here in the 3rd round. So at this point in the draft, I'm thinking of taking Austin Cox. Didn't have really great season out of our running backs. And power backs typically in this range typically have a good development. At least I'm thinking running back for sure. There's a couple power backs that are here between Allison, Gardner, I believe both Andrews here, and Cox. Tyquan Brown is the best physicals out of the bunch, but Cox has the best ratings. That's why I'm thinking about going with him. So we'll go and take him here in the 3rd round. Be our starting running back behind Cam Ward, 134.76 normal development. That was a bad pick. That was a terrible pick, mind you. It is what it is. I'm not the great. I'm still getting the hang of things in terms of drafting on this game. But there was a corner. If he's still on the board, he is not. He was a slot archetype. That probably was a little bit better. We do have a B man, B press, B catching guy with Enrique Edison. Let's see if he has good change of direction. Does he? He has solid. It is what it is on that front. There's a run support free safety. No A hit power. Strong safety, another run support guy. A hit power A to C tackle, Devin Wiley. Just C to F awareness, C to F zone. Makes me a little bit worried about him. Does Wiley have good physicals? No. Let's move on, I guess, to guard or really center. Logan Stewart is A pass blocking as a projected undrafted guy. But everything else isn't really lining up. No tackles or guards, whatever the case may be. I guess we'll have to go tight end here. Find a guy that can take over Chico Conquest's spot. You have Corey Woodward, who might be the guy. Hold on. Let's go down. Demarius Stovall. A short, B spec catch, A catching traffic, B catching. He might be the guy to do it. He is 6'5", from Oklahoma. Got solid physicals. We'll take him here. Take over Chico Conquest spot. 124, got him at 104. Hidden development. I'm just going to go to the end of the draft. This has been a busted draft in year 1. So, or year 2, technically, but year 1 simulating. We'll see what we end up. Again, only a couple guys that will probably even play. That's my fault. I got to be better at drafting, that's for sure. I've been sucking at drafting, yeah. Arthur Jackson, 77 overall. Teddy Taylor, we're going to move to defensive end. He's probably going to go up a little bit. Sucks that he has normal development, but it is what it is on that front. I believe we need him at right end, if I remember correctly. He goes down 1. And yeah, this is the rest that they picked for us. It is, again, it is what it is. Not much I can do about it. Don't really have an excuse for drafting terribly. Just got to draft better. We are going to be an 83 overall, which is, you know, positive in some sense. Did Tony Pollard retired or we just didn't sign him? Interesting. We will start Tajay Spears. Cox will be our power back. Stovall will be the backup tight end. We do have Jalen Coker out at wide receiver 2. Jackson, we're going to start at our second corner. We need him at left end. That's where we need him at. At this point, we're just going to start Williams as well. We will start Bagley. He's not really a pass rusher, though. He has no pass rushing skills. So we're actually going to move him over to middle. And then I guess we'll sign a guy off the free agent block that can probably play outside linebacker at a better rate than what he can. So honestly, this team is going to be a little bit worse than what we started off with. Oh well. But this will be the team where 83 overall, 84 offense, 83 defense. Again, probably a 3-win team at the midseason mark, but just have to see once we get there. So season 2 is going absolutely pitiful. We are 0-7. We have a chance to be the worst team of all time, going 0-17. We do have an ability for Arthur Jackson. So let's see if he has superstar or if he has X Factor. We know about our abilities on offense. Go ahead and take a look on defense. And Jackson does have superstar. So we have some young pillars with him, Sanker, and Madden to develop on defense. We just need to fill in the other holes that we have. We have 17 players ready for negotiation. Let's see. We have $80 million in cap. Let's see how Tajay Spears has done for us so far this season. 3 yards per carry. Yeah, we're not going to bring him back. Cody Barton, 28 for 3 years at 29 years old. I'll pass. Definitely pass on Will Levis. Woods. Yeah, all of our guys are just old right now. So at this point, we'll just probably go to the end of the season. How's our team doing? Do I need to change playbooks? Yeah, it's time. It is time. If you know what I'm doing at this point, it's no surprise to you. We are going to go Bills and Bills. I mean, when Madden is so playbook related, how can you expect me not to switch it to here, especially when we have, a quarterback and receivers with superstar development? I really kind of forcing my hand in this situation. So we're going to go to both of those playbooks eventually. There it is. What is our scheme for 80%, 85 for vertical zone? And we'll keep it 85 here. If I can find it, there it is. In defense, we're 3-4 disguise, 86. So yeah, we'll keep our defense on that. Switch to vertical run and run Bills playbook. Hopefully this means we can actually get some wins in the back half of the season and not go 0-17. Season 2, we end off 3-14 again. So let's go take a look and see how we did. Cam Ward, 4,200 yards, 30 touchdowns. Another season with 20 picks. It's back-to-back seasons he's done this. Also got sacked 42 times. Our O-line is beat downright awful, quite honestly. On the ground, Tajay Spears still not doing great. 690 yards, 7 touchdowns. With running backs, you got to be above 90 overall to even do anything in this game. Calvin Ridley, though, with 1,200 yards. Jaden Higgins with 1,108. Jalen Coker had a bad year, 824 and no touchdowns. Okonkwo got 10. So he might actually hit superstar development with this type of season. So that was a good thing that we signed him for $24 million over 3 years. Our offensive line, Cushenberry's got to go. He let up 9 sacks from center last year, 12 this year. Latham, not bad for Madden. Dan Moore, again, you signed him to an $80 million contract and he lets up everybody to get a sack. Skronsi did really well this year, only giving up 1 sack. On defense, Cody Barton, 112 tackles, 6 TFLs. Take a look again. Cedric Gray was 79. 11.5 sacks yet again for Jeffrey Simmons. But yeah, nobody else really getting any sacks. Teddy Taylor didn't do anything. I mean, sure, 11 TFLs, but it's really it. Jerry Sneed did have 4 picks, 2 for Barton and 2 for Cedric Gray. See if we won any awards. No MVP, of course. AFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Josh Downs. Still no Titans. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Max Crosby. Not anybody in here. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Sheldon Kinney. Cox was all the way down at 7. And Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Danny Lindsay with Taylor at 4 and Jackson at 3. Again, not really surprised by that. Our rookies really didn't do that great. But let's just go straight to the offseason. See if Okonkwo went up to superstar development. I wouldn't be surprised if he did. I mean, 7 yards, 10 touchdowns is a really good season from a tight end in this game. But let's go again, take a look now and see if he got that boost. And he did. Superstar development for Okonkwo. Higgins still with superstar development. Ridley down to a 76 now. Desperately need, now Zeitler retired. Okay, that's great. But yeah, Cushenberry is terrible. Need a replacement for him. Nobody goes up to X Factor. Sanker, oh no, he already had superstar. So we still need a pass rusher. Still need a defensive end. Probably 2's edges, really. And we need a center and offensive line. That's going to be our focus either in free agency or the draft. As the Giants and the Jets in the Super Bowl. A tale of New Jerseys as Shador Sanders is a Super Bowl MVP. That's something you really don't see every day. It's a very, very odd Super Bowl in year 2. So 13 players ready for negotiations. We will pick up the 5th year for JC Latham. Tell you what, Tajay. 3 years, 23. If you take this, I'll bring you back. Okay, he does take it. Cody Barton, we'll bring him back. 2 years, $20 million. No, thank you. Everybody else, we will let walk. The only reason why I brought back Tajay is that he's right at the clip of being a 90 overall, and maybe he'll do a little bit better in the game. So we'll see. He's also a great pass catcher. Kyle Hamilton is here, and he has interest. Same thing with Rashad Bateman. I want Kyle Hamilton. I will give him 4 years, $101 million. Goodness gracious, we're going to have to bump that up. Player friendly, 5 years, 140. Very player friendly, 6 years, 182. Christ, where's second offer? Goodness gracious. I would like to bring in Rashad Bateman. He would take over for Calvin Ridley. Where's he going to be at? The Jets are going to get him. Is what it is. Vita Vea is interesting as well. I just need a pass rusher. That's really what we need here. Nick Herbig, probably not. Because I don't think he does that great in sim, if you want me to be quite honest with you. Let's see, how does he do? 7 sacks last year, 7 tackles for loss. It's not a bad year. He's got one offer. 2 years, $13 million isn't even that expensive. So we'll try to bring him in. We still need BJ Ojulari. I'm interested in, but I don't think he does good in simulation either. But at 25 years old, oh my God, he didn't even play. Does he have any offers? No offers. 4 years, $28 million. I'm just going to draft the guy at that point. We do need a center. Linderbaum isn't interested. Aaron Brewer, we could try to get. He doesn't have any offers. Also need a guard. Let's see. We'll probably go after. Well, maybe Ryan Kelly can only wants a 1 year deal. Or Aaron Brewer, we can bring him in a 1 year contract to take over. That might be all that I do in terms of our offers. So again, right now, we are going after, if I can go to target, there we go. Kyle Hamilton, Bateman, Herbig, and Brewer. We'll see who we get. We get Aaron Brewer. We do not get Kyle Hamilton. That means I can bump my offer up on Bateman. The Jets and the Giants are both going after him. 2 teams that were in the Super Bowl. Kyle Hamilton goes to the Jets. Oh my goodness, they just got so much better. We'll go player friendly, 5 years, 107 for Bateman. Probably a little bit of an overpay, but at least gets us in the ballpark, and we don't get any of them. All right, that's great. Stanley is still here. 3 teams are interested in him. I don't think he does good in simulation either, so we probably just struck out on free agency. Oh, really, we pick at number 2. I'm surprised by that. I thought we'd have the number 1 overall pick. But let's see. Moore goes off the board at number 1. There is a corner that has top 5 talent with Sean Goddard out of Alabama. Take a look at the receivers. That we do have a receiver here with Sean Rankin, a 6'5" physical archetype from Stanford, who looks really good. But I don't think we have another top 5. There's a corner that I focus scouted. He's round 1 with Tyler Jones and DeAndre Stanton later down the board. So it's just a matter of we have depth at corner, but let me take a look at him. He has 22, and he looks so good. Oh my goodness. A hit power, A catching, A prep. This guy might be generational. 92 speed, all these skills. He could easily transition to safety. That is something that could very, very easily happen. Now the question is, do we try to come back up and trade up for receiver like for Sean Rankin out of Stanford, or do we wait and get Victor Sellers out of Florida? He's only 5'9". He has F deep route running, but he does have A carrying, A catching, B awareness, B spin, possibility. Let me go pick by pick and see where he's ranked 22. So it probably wouldn't take too much to trade up for him. But let's see if he gets taken. Rankin goes 11. He was projected to go 22. If that's the case, we'll go all the way to our pick in the 2nd round. A little unfortunate, But it is what it is. I don't know why they got a quarterback. We're good at quarterback. Would like to get another receiver. Sellers is here. He can slot archetype, ranked 62. So we could theoretically trade back and pick him up. I don't want to risk that. How about defensive ends? A lot of UDFAs here. Another 1-2 Lonnie McMahon. Do we take Lonnie McMahon over the receiver? I mean, he's got A power move, B tackle, B to C hit power, B pursue. Let's take a look at him. 6'5" power rusher. Looks great. Oh my gosh. He's definitely an option. Is there any power rushers that are on the board still? No. I think we go McMahon here. Take him, start him immediately, and then try to trade up for him. 36 in true value, got him at 34. Hidden development. That guy is ranked 62. So let's take a look and see. Go to receiver. Looking for Victor Sellers. Again, ranked 62. So we'll go others. Another guy, day 3, Braylon Long, that we can honestly take in the 3rd round. Let me take a look here for another slot archetype. Looks relatively solid. So I think we're going to wait, not trade up, take him in the 3rd round, and then be able to save our picks some for once. Let's go take a look and see if he's still on the board. There's a strong safety from round 2 to 3. That's a round 1 talent in Mario Almas. Okay, hold on. This draft is shaping up to be a really, really good draft. 4-4-8 looks great physical wise. B at power, A catching, B play rank, B man. We're going to take Almas here. 7th in true value, got him at 66. Hidden development as well. So now we got to find a way to trade up for this receiver. He is ranked, if we go down, 159. So there could be a chance that he stays on the board in round 4. I doubt it, but we'll see. So we do have our 4th round pick. Go to that spot. He is on the board here. Braylon Long. We're going to take him out of Oklahoma State. He is ranked number 9. Normal development, but we're going to start him. Put him in the slot. That way he can try to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. But this is definitely making up for the draft we had a year ago. A year ago, the draft was absolutely terrible. And this year, the draft is going relatively well. We do need a center or some sort of offensive lineman. Let's take a look here to see if there's anybody halfway decent. Right now, it's not really looking like it. You're never going to find any tackles. It's just going to be guards or centers this late in the draft. TJ Jensen, if he has enough A's, he does not. How about Ricky Green? He does have 1 A in pass block, but everything else isn't looking good. Yeah, Ben Donahue, who looks okay. You could take a stab at another running back to see if there's somebody halfway decent. It is not looking like it this year, which is a little unfortunate, but I mean, you got some UDFA power backs here with Dalvin Bowers, who looks, fine. Nothing really out of the ordinary. I don't think there's going to be anybody at edge. Obviously not. Maybe a defensive tackle. Yeah, no. At this point in time, we're just going to take a stab at whatever and hope that, it sticks. Hold on. Wait a minute. You have Marquise Porter, B player, A tackle, B at power. A to C pursue. Looks pretty good. Is there any corners that maybe later in the draft could be a sleeper? No. Take a look at safety. It's not looking like it thus far. So we're going to go back to Marquise. Take a stab at Marquise Porter. This will probably be the last pick that I show. He has decent physicals. Again, A tackle, B play rank, B at power, ADC catching, ADC pursue. We'll take him here, ranked 121. Got him at 130. Normal development, but we'll go to the draft recap now and see where these guys ended up at. In the draft, Goddard was an 83 overall. Holy hell. Almas was a 76. McMahon was a 74. Braylon Long was a 76. This is probably the best draft class I've had. How strong was this draft? It was all right. Rankin was an 88, a 78. Good night. If it was an 88, I would have freaked out. McIntyre was a 77. We could have taken him, but we didn't. But overall, I'm pretty satisfied with our draft. We just got to figure out where we can plug and play Goddard at. Could we have depth at corner? We just took him because, again, you can't pass that up. Can't pass up that talent. I'm going to put Long at wide receiver 2 and put him in the slot as well. We did sign a couple guys away. Cushenberry could be benched. Giving up 10 sacks from center is atrocious. McMahon, we're going to shift over to left end. We're going to do that here real quick. Shift him over, start him at left end. Could be the eventual replacement for Jeffrey Simmons. But yeah, where do we play Goddard? Like, he's got to be our nickel, right? But then where do we play our superstar corner in Jackson? This team, man, is just so stacked across the board. Do we move Almas to linebacker if he's got good enough block shed? I mean, he's a hybrid guy. 90 speed, 57 block shed, so no. Do you trade one of these guys out for maybe a big pick or maybe a guard? It's possible. Like McCreary maybe could get you traded. He's 27. Do you trade Snead again? We do have options on the table here. In all of our adjustments, we ended up at an 85 overall. We have 85 offense, 85 defense. Let me actually, the last adjustment, putting Long in at wide receiver 2. But I'm more confident in this team this time around. McMahon's going to start at defensive end, move Jackson to free safety. Snead's going to play there with McCreary. Goddard's going to be actually our second corner. Almas might fill in at sub linebacker some. That way all of our guys hit the field. Goddard's actually a good kick returner too. I didn't even realize that. As you go take a look at the specialist, Almas, as you see, will be our sub linebacker. So again, I'm hopeful for a 4-win midseason mark, but we will be in 2027. As you know, if you ever played for franchise, around 2027 is where you have your random bad season. So we'll see. Again, hopeful for a 4-win mark of the midseason, but we'll probably be 3-4. Midseason mark, we are about where I thought we would be, 3-3. We do have a defensive back breakout. Take a look and see which DB is going to be Mario Almas. Let's see what he can do here. If he's going to go up to superstar or maybe even go up to X Factor, depending on what he is. So, see, going to be really dependent on his goals. Oh, he just has it now. Okay, beautiful. So Almas, as one of my light goes out, has superstar development. Take a look at the rest of our team to see where else we have good developments at. We already know basically our offense. Go to defense now. Goddard has X Factor. Not surprised. Yes, so yeah, whatever the case may be. McMahon has star. A little unfortunate, but he could win defense rookie of the year and get that development. Yeah, Goddard we knew about X Factor because he was that generational talent. So I'm not really surprised by that one. Where's our offense rank? Our defense pass, of course. Our passing defense is great. Offense, not so much. Let's see who's ready for negotiations. $168 million. All right. We have a lot of things to do here. Cushenberry, he can go. I don't want him here by no means of imagination. Jeffrey Simmons, he's not interested. We'll try to bring him back on a 3-year, like $81 million. Takes it. But Jerry Snead has been relatively well for us. 1 year, $8 million. Wants a little bit more money. Javondre Sweat, we're going to do 3 years, about like $78 million. Wants a little bit more money, probably have to go player friendly. Peter Skoronski's not interested, so we'll go player friendly, 3 years, 55. Takes it as well. Cushenberry, we're opening the door for Cushenberry to go. But we'll go to the end of the regular season. Hopefully we can finally make the playoffs. Going to be a little bit tough because the Colts always do well in our division and every team is within a game of each other. So hopefully we can at least make that wild card spot or something. All right, so we do make the playoffs at 11-6. Did we win our division? We did win our division. All right. Love to see that. Let's take a look at the stats so far. Cam Ward, his best season yet. 40,000 yards, 32 touchdowns, 8 picks. Only sacked 29 times. That's his career low so far. First time it's been under 40. On the ground, Tajay Spears still not doing much, only 3.3 yards per carry. Jaden Higgins led us in receiving yards with 1,000 yards and 7. Braylon Long with 979 and 7. Okonkwo with another good year at tight end, 709 and 7 as well. Really spread out for the touchdowns. How'd our offensive line do? Finally, he got benched. That's why he gave up 0 sacks. But Aaron Brewer gave up 8 at center. Dan Moore, his best season yet, giving up 6. Latham with 6. Skoronski, his worst year so far, giving up 5 sacks. Mario Almas does lead us in tackles at 97. Goddard behind him. How many TFOs we get? 11 from Simmons, 11 at, oh wow. 8 for McMahon, but the sacks, what I'm looking at, 15 for Simmons, 11.5 for McMahon, should win Defensive Rookie of the Year. But Mario Almas might take it though. 97, 3 sacks, 4 picks. What a year for him being at sub linebacker. Take a look at our yearly awards. Again, Joe Burrow wins MVP. No Titans up here. AFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Khalil Shakir. Not really surprised by that one. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Greg Rousseau. He probably had 30 sacks. Sometimes he just comes out of nowhere and does that. Offensive Rookie of the Year does go to Braylon Long. He will get upgraded with his development trait. That was our goal with him. Defensive Rookie of the Year does go to Almas with McMahon and Goddard. All three right there. I wonder if that's ever happened. 3 rookies on one team finishing in the top 3 for that award. But our first round of the matchup, we play the Raiders, who are an 86 overall. Who's their quarterback right now? It's not Geno, I don't think. It's a little bit long to be Geno. Let me go the other way. Who is their quarterback? Still have Max Crosby. Adam Patton is their quarterback. 84 overall. It does have superstar development. 26-8. Not a crazy year, quite honestly. But we'll see if we can make it to the divisional round. Probably not, knowing by luck, but you can always hope for the best. Oh, we do. Okay. But now we're playing the Chiefs. So no way we beat this team. We only won by 2 points in the last game. Well, this would be a miracle if we beat the Chiefs and dethrone them and we lose. You know, not surprised by that, but going 11-6 and winning a playoff game, I would say that's a pretty successful year 3. The Eagles win this Super Bowl 35-14. The Jets make it again. They made it last year. Oh, whoa, not way too far. Again, here we go. They made it last year, lost by 1 point, and then again this year to lose by 3 touchdowns. Sucks to suck on that one. Sorry, Jets fans. But let's take a look at our development upgrades. Long goes to Star. After that one, Okonkwo really not going up to X Factor after back-to-back 700-yard seasons. Interesting. On defense, what do we go up to? Nobody really going up. So Sanker has superstar. Oh, Almost has X Factor now. All right. Love to see that. He went up twice in 1 year for development traits. So our secondary is pretty well solidified for the foreseeable future. We just need linebackers and we need edge rusher. That's really what we need. See who needs to be re-signed next once I simulate to next week. We do need to bring back Skoronski, need to up his pay. And I'm pretty sure Jeffrey Simmons, no, Cam Ward the 5th year. We will definitely do that 1 year, $55 million. It's very expensive. But yeah, we need Savondre Sweat back because it's going to be expensive to tag him. We'll pay him, overpay him. Their new team. Sorry, buddy. Franchise tag. 1 year, $32 million. Means we have to bring back Snead. I'll do like a 1 year, 10.5. See if he takes it. He does. Beautiful. And then other than that, we have $105 million to go out and play with. I have a lot of money. Still a quarterback on a rookie contract. So I'm ready to unload this cap here. 105 mil. Who's available? Will Anderson has interest. Laramie Tunzel. Brian Thomas as well. I haven't brought him in yet. And Josh Jacobs. This is a very, very interesting free agent class. Of course, I'm going to go all in. Will Anderson could shift to outside linebacker in this scheme. We'll go 3 years, $80 million. We are his top offer, really his only offer. I could kick inside one of my tackles in the guard. Tunzel went up 8 sacks, 5 forward, 6. So far, really not too bad. Edgerrin Cooper's here. I know he does have interest in us, but he plays so well in Madden, and we really need a linebacker. Where's top offer there? And then, honestly, I might bring in BTJ. How has he done for Jacksonville? 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns, 1,000 yards, 5. He would be our wide receiver 1. I'll do it. I'll bring him in 4 years, $70 million. That would pretty much solidify our offense. We're his best offer easily. I don't need any of these secondary. Really, I don't need much other than that. Maybe a better center. Aaron Brewer's here. Try to bring in Cooper Beebe. 2 years, 21. We're going all in right now. So yeah, that's what we're going to stand with for the time being. So yeah, Will Anderson, Edgerrin Cooper, Brian Thomas, and Cooper Beebe. We'll see what happens. We get Cooper, Thomas, and Beebe. Might need to bump it up here for Will Anderson. We'll go 3 years, like 79, and hope that's enough. Still not enough. We don't get Will Anderson, but we do have a pretty stacked free agent class so far. I am very, very happy with that, as Will Anderson does go to the Saints. It is what it is. I mean, you can't really complain about that. We now need a guard or another center, whichever the two. Receiver room looks really good at the moment. 3 young guys that can be our trio for the foreseeable future. And on defense, man, Adrian Cooper really sets us up for the future, as I've been saying. But yeah, I'll probably go out and sign a center just to play. That way I don't have to be scrambling for somebody. But then under that, we'll go straight to the draft and we can go best player available and hope somebody really good is there when we're picking. So in the draft, we are picking at 27. Let me take a look at the guys that I focus scouted. So Carlos Jet, we need a defensive end that could play on the outside, and he looks amazing. A finesse, A player, A pursue, A awareness, with elite physical traits, running a 4.62 off the edge. He probably goes number 1 overall. Damian Scott, another speed rusher, really good physicals, less block shedding, but similar traits. I don't think there's a chance that we can trade up to number 1 overall. I think it would just cost way too much. And yeah, all the other guys that were focus scouted just aren't good. So, I mean, I can try, but I don't think the Rams would bite from all the way at 27, but I'm going to give it a whirl. Carlos Jet goes off the board at number 2. What are they going to do with him? I'm not really sure. But now this means I need to spring into action to probably grab Damian Scott. Yeah, that's probably what's going to have to happen because I don't think Patterson is any good. He has decent physicals, but he's just not as good as the other guys. So probably trade up with the Bears here to move up all the way to 3 to take the other defensive end, Damian Scott. Oh, it goes through 2 first-round picks and one of our defensive ends, Taylor, to move all the way up to 3. I didn't think that would go through, but it did. And here we're going to take Damian Scott with the 3rd overall pick in the draft. He's ranked number 6, and he doesn't have normal development. I've had the worst luck possible with trading up for people and having that normal development. So I'm just glad he didn't have it. So now we can take just straight up BPA with the rest of our first round, or not first round picks, rest of our picks in general. We really don't need receiver. We really probably need to focus on our offensive line at this point in time, as Enrique Montague looks relatively good. He has A awareness, A to C, but so does this guy down here, but he's at day 3. So do we go elsewhere and try to pick up Kyle Harris later in the draft? It's a possibility for sure. But we got to take a look all the way across the board, see who's the best guy possible. Same thing with Danny Gaines and J.R. Bailey. So we could honestly don't pick guard here and move on to a different position of possible need and bolster our team that way if I can find anybody that's halfway decent. Terrell Reese looks good. So does Addison Chapman. Addison Chapman looks really good, actually. 6'6" run stopper, elite strength. He'd be a great defensive tackle, but we don't need a backup, quite honestly. Byron Beard. Same thing with Brandon Reese. There's no speed rushers that are going to be on the board. It is what it is. Can't really say much about it. We don't need another corner unless I trade Snead. That'd be the only way I would pick a corner, would be if I did that. But I'm not going to do that anytime soon, I don't think. But with that being said, we're probably going to go with, there's a lot of good safeties, though. There's a Jermichael Coleman. There's Deontay Dugans. Deontay Dugans actually looks really good. Let me see. Physicals aren't that great. I think I'm going to go that defensive end and play him at defensive tackle. Ranked 66. This is around that spot. We also have Terrell Reese. Maybe it was Reese that looked good. No, it was Addison Chapman. We're going to take him here, play him at defensive tackle, be a backup. 106, got him at 59. He at least has a depth trait, though. With our 3rd round pick, we're just going to go in and take one of those guards, whichever one is available. So we have Harris here. He has A pass block, pretty good physicals, but D run block, the finesse. and D lead block, or A, yeah, whatever the case may be. Go to guard, take a look at J.R. Bailey and Danny Gaines. He has A's across the board. He has C to D and D here. So it's really going to come down to, overall, probably J.R. Bailey. I think that's what we take here. 6'5", elite, change of direction. Yeah, we'll take him. 42, got him at 91. Also rolls a dev trade. He's not going to be a good receiver, except for maybe this slot all the way down here. Kerry Beal looks relatively good. Let's take a look at his physicals. 6'8". I'm taking him just for the 6'8". 98, got him at 123 hidden development. This is like a basketball power forward playing wide receiver. Can you imagine that? Like, you go out there, pick a guy from the NBA, 6'8". Again, power forward, small forward, playing receiver in the NFL. That is absurd. Here we're going to take Jennings if he's on the board. He does look like he's on the board. 264. He just looks to be the best at all of these guys, except for maybe Victor Sheldon. But Sheldon has, if we take a look at his physicals, poor physicals, only 2 A's. If you go all the way down here to Jennings, we'll click on him. He has better physicals, but poor change of direction. Well, dang, I thought I knew what I was going to pick here. So after this draft, we're looking relatively good. We moved Damian Scott to left outside. That way he can come off the edge. I have Addison Chapman at 72, J.R. Bailey at 74, Kerry Beal at 72. Again, a 6'8" slot archetype is absurd. Never thought I'd see one. But our 4 picks are probably going to play except for Bailey. Bailey's going to be a good depth piece, but Chapman might also going to be a fine depth piece. We'll try to put Beal in that slot to try to get him offensive rookie of the year. Damian Scott's going to be our rush defensive end. But yeah, after adjusting the R lineup, as we go and you see here, we are going to be a 90 overall. So I'm very much expecting another good playoff push. We got good depth traits. We went all in free agency, bringing in Brian Thomas, bringing in Cooper Beebe. And if you go on defense, we brought in Edger and Cooper. So this team should make some noise in the playoffs and hopefully throughout the regular season. But I wouldn't be surprised if, Madden tries to bend us over. Jalen Coker to the Patriots. We're going to get a mid-third round pick for him. Give Drake May some weapons. Just want to update you on that before we went to the midseason mark. Again, 90 overall. But knowing Madden, we're probably going to go downhill from here. Rematch against Kansas City, who's somehow 1-6. I don't get that. But we're 4-3 in the midseason. 91 overall across the board. Take a look and see who needs re-signed. $102 million. And cap space, Jaden Higgins, Jonas Sanker, JC Latham. Oh, right. This is where it's going to get expensive. All right, starting off here, we got to bring back Higgins. He's interested. 3 years, $40 million. He takes it. Beautiful. Where? Oh, I was about to say, where's Cam Ward, but he's on his 5th year option right now. Jonas Sanker probably wants a player friendly. 5 years, 46.5. Needs more money. JC Latham. 4 years, 98. How is he doing so far? Is he doing pretty good? I'd hope so. 4 sacks given up. I'm going to evaluate him at the end of the season. Okonkwo's been really good. I'll do a 2-year, 18. He takes it. Tavondre Sweat has been a pain to try to resign, but I will throw an offer at him. 3 years, 76 is crazy. He does not want to be here. That's great. Other than that, I'm going to wait till the end of the season to throw more offers out there. I might need to start restructuring contracts, but that's probably going to have to come at the end of the season. But again, let's hope we'll make the playoffs. Our offense is second in the league. Defense is relatively good too. We're behind Jacksonville, but again, last year we were 3-3 and won our division. So let's hope we can do the same. Once again, we do make the playoffs at 11-6. Take a look here. We are first in offense and really good on defense. Why is there, let's see, there's only one 9-8 team so far in this playoff on Cam Ward. 55 touchdowns, 5,100 yards. Hold on, wait a second here. This may have been an MVP type of year. It's got to be MVP. Again, 55 touchdowns, 7 picks, 78% completion percentage, 300 yards a game. The best season I've had from a quarterback in any rebuild thus far. On the ground, again, Tajay really didn't add much. He had 7 on the ground, so 62 combined scores. Absurd. Kerry Beal, the 6'8" rookie. 1,300 yards, 18 touchdowns. Higgins, 1,100 yards, 14. Brian Thomas, 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns. Okonkwo with 7. Spears with 4. This ball was spread around really, really well. Take a look on our offensive line. Latham, all right, you earned your contract in the offseason. Probably going to let Dan Moore go unless he wants to come back really, really cheap. On defense, Edgerrin Cooper led us in tackles 126, 14 TFLs for Javondre Sweat, 13 from Scott, 11 from Simmons. But our sack numbers were really, really down. A little disappointed in that regard. 5 picks from Goddard, 4 from Cooper, 4 from Almas, 3 from Sneed. So we definitely got turnovers. First in offense, as you know. Yearly award, Cam Ward does win MVP. As well as Offensive Player of the Year, Beal at 3. Love to see that. As we go look at Defensive Player of the Year goes to Max Crosby. Offensive Rookie of the Year, of course, goes to Kerry Beal. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Max Patterson. Scott was at number 2. So we get hoed out of that award. But I love the fact that Beal went absolutely nuts this season. Take a look and see if his depth chart just went up randomly. It did not. He has star development. Take a look over at defense. Scott had X Factor. Oh my goodness gracious. We traded 2 first-round picks for him and a young receiver. Chapman at X Factor? That's 2 X Factor guys we drafted. That's absurd. All right, well, we're in a great position. I thought the drafts, my first draft was terrible, like miserable. Well, I guess second if you don't count the rookie drafts. Third draft made up for it. We're playing the Browns here in the wild card. Let's see if we can advance to the divisional round. We do. We beat them 38-15. The Ravens at an 88 overall. I've seen crazier things happen in Madden. Do we go to the AFC Championship? We do, and we're playing the Bills, who of course are another 88 overall, but they have Josh Allen. They're Madden's favorite, and they're also an 88. Let's see if we can take them down and move on to the Super Bowl. And it's not showing. I don't think we won. I don't think we did. It's not showing anything anywhere. So I guess we can just view the bracket and see. No, we lose to the Bills 23-17. And it's 2 of your Madden favorites, the Bills and the Cowboys in the Super Bowl. As we take a look now, Cam Ward is a 99 with boost, up to an X Factor. Beal is up to Superstar. Golly, this team is pretty much stacked across the board. Anybody else go up to X Factor? Does not look like it. Just Scott Chapman with X Factors. Once Simmons retires, we're in great shape just anywhere. But we're just going to go simulate the Super Bowl, try to sign some of these players back. I do want J.C. Latham, who only gave up 5 sacks this year, as the Cowboys win this Super Bowl, 35-28. But we'll see. I'm going to go to the offseason, try to sign some of these guys back. I held off for a little bit, $101 million. I'll accept that option in a second. I do need Jonas Sanker back. So I'll give you 5 years, like 55.5. Takes a little bit of an overpay, but it is what it is. J.C. Latham does have interest, so he should take a 3-year 75. He takes that as well. Javondre Sweat. If he doesn't sign, it's not the end of the world. I can push Simmons to D-tackle. Right. He's not interested in signing. We will tag him again. A $35 million tag is very expensive. Sneed will let go. More. 1 year, 6.5. Oh, yeah, we'll bring him back on that tag. That's fine. And then accept the option for Arthur Jackson. So we're going into free agency with only 25 mil. Very low number. But if there's a big time player that wants to sign with us, I will restructure. Hurts, Malata, Barrett Tucker, and Avon Pace. Mason Smith, Gerald Christian's here. Darius Washington, Harrison Butker. I will try for Avon Pace more than likely. He can be our backup and a linebacker. I'll try for both. I don't think I have enough money for both. I don't. But we do have J.R. Bailey, who's young and should be able to play just fine. I just want a Von Pace. 4 years, 49 mil. That'll probably be the only guy I try to go after here. And he does indeed sign. That is beautiful. So now our defense is loaded for this final run. This might be the final season. I don't know yet. We do need another pass rusher somewhere. Can Chapman play that role? He's more of a power rusher. He's got 75 speed and he's 295. So no, he cannot play that role, unfortunately. Offensive line's looking good. Our receiving room's looking great. We just need that outside linebacker. So I don't know what we can do here to try to get that. We do need another corner for sure. Or do we move Sanker back down to play corner? He's more of a run support guy, so he doesn't have the coverage abilities. Jackson does. I moved Jackson to free safety before. So what we might do here, move Jackson back to corner. That we have 3 corners that are good. And then move one of these guys over to free. And then draft an edge to play on our defense. And that'll pretty much solidify our season 5 roster from there. Actually, Snead only wants 1 year, $4.5 million. Tell you what, I'll bring you back on that deal, Snead. He does come back, so that solidifies our nickel corner spot. So now from here, I'm just going to go straight to the draft, try to find an edge. Because we don't have our first round pick this year. The Bears have our first round pick because we traded up with them. So we'll just have to see who's going to be there for our private workouts to try to snag up somebody. No way I can trade up again. Run 1 to 2, 1 to 2. Here's a guy, speed rusher, 1 to 2 as well. So maybe there's a chance one of these guys falls to us. Unless I focus scout. Of course, he's a UDFA. Nice. We're just going to really focus scout these 3 defensive ends and go straight to the draft. And nothing we can do here. No first round pick in the 2029 draft. So straight to the second round we will go. The end of the second round, really. Take a look and see if there's anybody on our board that's available. We have a run stopper, Hardwell. No guy it's looking like so far. UDFA, of course, and nobody really here. It's a little unfortunate. Not really surprising, but unfortunate. You know, really can't find a guy that is going to be good for us to take. I mean, if you need an edge rusher, you got to take him in round 1. That's something that's been known from the beginning if you play Madden, or a franchise mode, I should say. We probably do need another corner to take over when Snead eventually retires. We have a B-man and B-zone with Tevin Leonard. B-tackle. If he has good change of direction, I'll take him here. Got solid speed, solid change of direction. Could probably play safety, and then we bring back down Jackson. That's a possibility. Dixon is 21 with A-zone. B-tackle as well. Zone archetype, solid change of direction as well. I would like to take corner here, but this is what it is. Let's take a look at running back as well. Max Hicks looks really good. Tajay Spears hasn't done great for us. Elite jump. Taking Max Hicks. Number 12, got him at 62. Great. Oh, love normal developments. It's all right. We do have the first pick in the 3rd round. I don't know how we got that pick. That's interesting on how we got it. I really don't know how. There's a couple round 1 guys here. All quarterbacks, of course. Let's go look at corner or safety. A couple round 1 guys here as well. But they don't look too great, to be quite honest with you. Let's go back to corner. Probably Deion Dixon or Tevin Leonard, whoever has better physicals. Both the same age at 21. Got great excel. Both solid change of direction. This guy, Benjamin Beckham, he's day 3, has good change of direction. How is Benjamin Beckham, his archetype, not archetype, his abilities? Oh, he's terrible. Okay. So probably Leonard, since he's got better man, the same catching, better tackle, and better block shed, more than likely. Had a little bit of a distraction there, but we're between Dixon and Leonard. Gonna go with Leonard here since he does look a little bit better. 6'4", 21 years old out of Alabama, 36, got him at 65, hidden development as well. We have pretty much nailed all of our secondary picks, and we also have another pick in the 3rd round at 94. We can see if another guy is available that we could take. I just don't know what I could take. No tackles, obviously. Maybe another guard. This guy looks great. Preston Hartman. Take him here in the 3rd round. 21 government 94, hidden development as well. Gotta love that. Your pass protecting offensive linemen, you cannot miss on them if they have A's across the board. You'd ideally want them to have B run blocking, but again, that's probably not always going to happen. We don't need another receiver, that's for sure. Taking so many receivers. Okonkwo is getting older and regressing a little bit. So maybe you can go and take a tight end. Doesn't look like anybody here is going to fill that need. We could move a receiver down. Not the end of the world if we do that. There's no offensive lineman left. Maybe a defensive end could possibly be here. A hit power for Brownlee. No, it's not looking like anybody is left on our board that's going to be halfway decent. Unless you find an outside linebacker that could play middle. But then they'd be pretty much depth at that point in time. So I think at this point, we just go to our draft recap. So with our draft, we did hit on 3 guys we simulated after Hartman. 76 for Hicks, 74 for Leonard, 75 for Hartman. And probably all 3 guys are going to be depth. I might start Hicks, try to win him Rookie of the Year. And since Tajay Spears really hasn't been good, was this class relatively strong? 280 overall. You got Money and Antonio Ellis. We didn't have a 1st round pick. We could have got McCoy, but I just didn't really see him. So overall, from where we were, I'm satisfied with what we overall picked. Beginning as we go to adjust our roster, we are sitting at a 91 overall before we even get into season 5. I'm going to adjust our lineup. Actually, I hit the wrong button. But yeah, before we even get into season 5, let me adjust the generate best lineup. There we go. I was looking for Hicks and I couldn't find him. So we're putting up, start these 3 at the moment. Cam Warren at 99 overall. Okonkwo's an 84. He is getting older, as I said before. We don't have a guy that can play on the edge. That's the only thing that sucks, is we don't have that. Unless I trade McCreary and like a 2nd round pick to go get a pass rusher. It's possible. Or you can look on the trade block for a guy. That's really about it. But I'm going to go take a look at that. Oh, the trade center is open. I didn't know it'd be open at this point. Let's take a look at outside linebacker. Future starter. Take a look at your play card. Power rusher? Sure. Let's just go try to trade for Isaiah Dillard. Or maybe there's another guy at the left side. No, Isaiah Dillard too. So he is a power rusher, 3 years in the league from the Broncos. I'll try like a 4th and see if that works. Probably won't, but it's worth a shot. It will go through for a 4 and a 7 for Isaiah Dillard. Boom. So now we have our right outside linebacker solved. Got $4 million in cap. Not going to be good for signing Cam Ward, but this is the year that we are going all in. 92 overall, 92 offense, 92 defense. So we'll see where we're at the midseason. Let's hope we're at least 5-2. But the only weakness here is really our offensive line. But we'll see where we're at and try to win a Super Bowl. At the midseason, our best start so far, 5-1. But sometimes in Madden, you start strong and finish terribly, or you start terribly and you finish strong. So hopefully we, finish strong and start strong. 102 mil in cap. Love to see that. We desperately need Cam Ward. We're going to go player friendly, 6 years, $380 million. He takes it. That leaves us with $40 million left. So now we're going to be very selective of who we decide to pay. Roger McCreary has been, 1 year, $5 million is not bad at all. He does take that. Beautiful. Cooper Beebe, 2 years, 20. Devondre Sweat, 3 years, 33.5. I'll go player friendly, 2 years, 38. Of course, he doesn't take that. Cooper Beebe, 2 years. We'll try 2 years, like 21. Might need to start restructuring. He does take that. So now we're getting kind of thin. I'm fine with letting Spears go as he hasn't really done anything. But at this point in time, we're going to put our national focus, go to the midseason, And hopefully we can finally get a first round bye. We haven't had that yet, surprisingly. We've made the playoffs a good bit, just haven't got that bye. 3 straight years of 11-6. We were 5-1. We went 6-5 down the stretch. Lost back-to-back games, one of them against the Colts, who were playing here. Our offense is top 10. Our defense is really good. Let's take a look and see at our stats so far. Cam Ward definitely dropped off a bit, but only 5 picks is good. Sacks went up a real good bit, so something tells me the offensive line didn't do as well. Tajay Spears still not doing anything. On the ground, Kerry Beal going absolutely nuts. 13 yards, 17 touchdowns. 1,000 yards for Thomas, only 4 scores. Higgins with 7. Okonkwo with 7 as well. Our blocking, J.C. Latham, after getting a contract, does bad. Cooper Beebe, the worst he's done, of course, after getting a contract. Typically happens that way. Edgar and Cooper, 119 tackles, 4 TFLs. 13 tackles for loss for Simmons. 12 for McMahon. Led the team in sacks, so Simmons is falling off now that he's getting older. 4 picks for Almas, 2 for Cooper, and 1 for Dillard. Interesting that he's a pass rusher and barely even touched the field. That's not why we traded for him. It is what it is, though. JJ McCarthy wins MVP. Offensive Player of the Year does go to Cam Ward. Kerry Beal at 5. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Max Crosby. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Andrews. Hicks at 2. And Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Kevin Davis. Hopefully we can beat the Colts in this round. You know, they beat us last week 31-23, as you see on the screen. But let's go in and see, can we win and we lose? Christ, all right. Love that. We'll try to go another season. Love that for us, though, that we can't seem to get over the hump in the playoffs. I'm going to have to need to restructure a lot of contracts at this point in time if we just want to go all in to try to get anything. As the Colts actually won the Super Bowl 38-37 over the Vikings by 1 point. Beal now has X Factor. All right, we're going to put him right there. Higgins as our wide receiver 2. Do we have any retirements on defense? No, surprisingly. But our guys are just going ham right now. Snead, probably going to let go. Same thing with Dillard unless we have to re-sign him. Our only main re-signing right now, I think, is going to be T'Vondre Sweat. And I can't afford to tag him. Well, I mean, I can, technically, if you think about it. We have 20 mil. Goddard's 5th year we need to pick up. Of course, still needs to be resigned. T'Vondre Sweat, try to bring him back 2 years, $41 million. Dude, come on. I don't even think he's going to be worth this tag, quite honestly. Yeah, no, we're just going to let him walk at this point. Pick up the 5th year for Goddard. Let Sweat walk. I'm not going to tag him. We'll move on to next week. I know Spears is out there. I'm just not interested in trying to get him. You'll probably get a better running back. Wow. All right. There's a lot of star-studded free agents. Spears only 85 overall. I'd much rather get Scatterboo and try to work with him. But Trey Smith is here. Mason Graham, that defensive tackle I was talking about. I'm going to try to restructure I've gotten Mason Graham before. Oh, well, I'm going to try to restructure every single contract, try to make this work somehow. That way we can have enough money. Frees up $17 million. Sure. At this point in time, it's anybody's ball game here. So let's just restructure everybody. 2 mil. I'm going to restructure this and try to go after Mason Graham. So I have to restructure at $42 million. We have enough. 4 years, 156. He is interested in us. That does help us out quite a bit. I could go cheaper and probably go Widmer, but I want the big dog. You got to go for the big fish in the pond, and we get him. Mason Graham is now a Tennessee Titan. Now, what do we do at running back? It's a great question because I have no clue. I mean, a running back really hadn't done much for us, so what's the purpose? We don't have a left tackle. Skoronski could probably kick back the tackle. We'll do that. We'll kick Skoronski over to left tackle. Start one of our young guards, and then really just bolster the offensive line that way. I didn't expect Dan Moore to retire. It is what it is in that sense. So no running back, no outside linebacker. It's saying McMahon could. I don't think he can, but in a 3-4, 82 speed, sure. We're going to move McMahon to the outside. He is a little slower, but we'll make something work out of this. And at this point in time, a 93 overall team, there's red everywhere. The red wall, you can call it, with Chapman, Graham, Simmons, Scott, McMahon. Like, what do you do against this defense? I really don't know. But at this point in time, I might see if there's a running back on the trade block with a development and try to throw an offer on him. If I can't do that, then we'll go to the draft. At this point in the draft, I'm going to try to take a running back. We are at 22, so we're in a relatively good spot to try to take one. We also need outside linebacker pass rush. CJ Chambers is here. We do have a round 1 talent with Marcus Belzer. He only got B's across the board, but I feel like here with Josh ETN, he'd be a little bit better. I'm not going to take him here, obviously. Solid speed is just his physicals aren't that great. Take a look at Belzer. If his physicals are good, we'll probably take him. I'm going to take him here. 22, got him at 22. Hidden development. We'll start him right away to try to hopefully win Offensive Rookie of the Year. We just have had terrible luck with that. And now at this point in time, we're just going to go BPA. Doesn't matter what your position is. Doesn't matter at all. When I try and take one, as looks like Justin Ware, 6'4", got good route running, B release and everything. He could be the pick here. Maybe we slide him down the tight end if he's got good run blocking. Elite strength, A to B run block. He could legit play tight end and take over for Okonkwo. So that's what we're going to do here. 56, had him at 54. It does have hidden development. We're going to shift him down the tight end. That way he can take over Okonkwo whenever he eventually retires. Now in the 3rd round, still the same thing. Just going to go after BPA. Whatever that might be. At this point in time, if we don't win a Super Bowl, at this point, it is what it is. I've done everything I can. Free agency, I've drafted relatively well. It's just the cards haven't really fallen for us in a way that I've liked in terms of our playoff matchups. There was a good guy with Colin Brackens. Has a couple A's. But other than that, not really much here. There's an A-man, A-press guy with Bobby Gaddis. What's his physicals? Not that great. He could maybe play safety. He's a day 3 guy. Is there a different corner that has a little bit of A's? B press, A catch, B man for Terrell Parker. We also have another A man, A press with Avery Cook. Is this the guy we just looked at? I think it is. I might take another corner. I'm not really sure. I don't really think we need one. And if I were to take one, it'd be one of these guys that are day 3. So we can honestly take a guy in the 4th round, whoever's available, and move on from there. We probably don't need another safety. Don't need another running back. Maybe another guard, since we have to move Skoronski over. B run block for pass protector. It's just his pass block isn't great, so he's not going to be that good. All that's left is UDFAs at center. Dang. Everybody's sniped away. So what do you do in this situation? You take multiple corners and just try to rock with it? I guess so. Take multiple of them and see which one sticks. So it's between a handful of guys then for me. Between Gaddis, Parker, and Cook. Whoever has the better physicals between Gaddis, Parker, and Cook will be the guy. Poor for Parker. Gaddis has solid, but poor there. Taj Jefferson is working his way into this category now. Taj Jefferson, let me look at your attributes here. So another man-to-man archetype. Oh, his coverage skills just aren't good. You're probably screaming right now to be like, take this guy, take this guy. It's really a difficult thing to do in the moment. I think we're going to go Avery Cook. Worst case scenario, play him at safety. We'll take him here. 94, give him 86. Normal development. Great. Probably the worst one out of the bunch. Oh, 5th round. We didn't have a 4th round pick because I traded him for that outside linebacker. Great. Jefferson's still here. I'll take a stab at him. Can't miss with those physicals, right? He is 135, got him at 150, also normal def. So in the draft, again, this is our last year no matter what. So Belzer's going to start. The rest of the guys are pretty much backups. Take a look at the draft. There was an 80 overall left guard with Keyshawn Reddick. We probably could have taken him, but we didn't. It was a good tight end with Mike Lewis, but we're going to move, actually, we're going to move that wide receiver that I drafted, Justin Ware, down the tight end. He might even go up someone overall. Undersized at 6'4", kind of like a Delaney Walker, who played for the Titans way back in the day. If you don't remember him, stays at a 74. So that will be it for our rookies. Now, if we go over to our team, again, still a 93 overall. So this team should be the best in the league, bar none. Ware starting at fullback. Belger's going to be at running back. So this is what we will rock out with for our final seasons. I'm going to want Beal to be our wide receiver 1, Higgins at 2, BTJ at 3. Actually, no. We've been working with BT, Higgins, and then Beal's our slot. And that's what's been working for our team. So we'll keep it like that. Gotta find a way for Sanker to play. Maybe he starts at strong and then Almas becomes our sub linebacker. Or maybe move Jackson down the corner and then start Sanker at free. I think that's what we do. So I'm going to move Jackson back to corner because he can play man. He has 94 zone. I don't know what his man coverage is, but we're going to do that. Adjust this defense around, go to the midseason, and hopefully, actually, we're just going to go straight to the playoffs. I'm not going to worry about re-signing anybody. This is our last season, bar none, no matter what. So we will see where we can end up at. I have no idea what's up with us and going 11-6. This is like when you go back to your ex-girlfriend after numerous times of her breaking your heart. We just can't find a way to stay away from the toxicity, man. We're first in everything. It's probably our run game as to why we are always falling short. But Cam Ward, yet again, great year, 4,600 yards, 36 touchdowns, 12 picks. Only sacked 26 times, so offensive line doing better than last year. On the ground, Belzer, I mean, doing the same thing Tajay Spears gave us, if you want me to be honest with you. Through the air, Brian Thomas actually led us with the receiving yards, followed by Kerry Bill with all ones and Jaden Higgins with 11 touchdowns, Okonkwo with 3. Offensive line, Peter Skoronski did terrible at left tackle. Christ. At least the rest of the offensive line did well. On defense, Edgerrin Cooper led us in tackles again. Great signing, picking up Mason Graham, 15 tackles for loss, 13 for Chapman, 12 for Scott, 11 for Simmons. 17 sacks for Graham, 12 for Simmons, who bounced back this season. And then 4 picks for Cooper. Could be a defensive player of the year type season with that. Go take a look and see what the yearly awards are. Jalen Milroe on the Jets wins MVP. Huh. Interesting on that one. Cam Ward at 5. Offensive player of the year goes to Khalil Shakur. Again, the second time he's won that. Cam Ward at 7 here. Defensive player of the year goes to Myles Garrett. Mason Crosby at 2. No, there's Mason Graham at 5. Offensive player of the year does go to Belzer. How about that? So he will get a development. Defensive rookie of the year goes to Cordell Teague. Hopefully we can finally win a freaking playoff matchup and go on a run. Try to beat the Dolphins here in the first round. You're kidding me. This game is cursed. It is cursing our Titans.